Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I did the micro home, I did the tiny home, now I'm doing the tier 3 small home. And since with the tiny home I had kind of a small family living there, two adults and a kid, I kind of wanted to try to see if I can make a small home for a larger family. So this home is built for a 6 sim family. I designed it to have space for two adults, a teenager, a child, a toddler, and a dog. Obviously, I guess it could also be a cat, but that's what I had in mind. Going for kind of a larger family there. Now, the other two houses I made blue because I've been kind of on a blue suburban kick, but I guess I don't know why this house just ended up being green, and that's just the color that it was. I guess I got tired of blue. Also, I've been playing with the Bust the Dust kit. I've made a few videos to those. I'll link them up above. And it's for $5.99. I kind of think the Bust the Dust kit is worth it. I don't necessarily think the stuff game packs or the cast game kits. I'm sorry, kits. I'll never get used to calling them kits. I don't necessarily know if those are going to be worth $5.99 each. Maybe if there was just something I really wanted out of those kits, maybe. But the Bust the Dust kit, I think it adds enough to your gameplay because you get two aspirations, you get a bunch of cleaning stuff, you get different buffs. So gameplay wise, I don't know. To me, it adds value, but I think with the kits, it's gonna come down to how you play, and it's just going to come down to how you play. If you play a certain way, they'll add tons of value. If you don't, then they're not. So uh, it's just one of those things. Um, I'm continuing with the green in the kitchen here. Like I said, this house ended up being green a good ways throughout, and I don't know why. Maybe I was jealous when I made this video. Jealous because the green. I'm terrible with jokes. Anyway, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I want to frame up the kitchen because one of the things I wanted to try to do was put in a large family table because larger house, more Sims, it could justify a larger table. And to be honest, I've been using the counters and like the island bars just a little too much lately, and I kind of think I need to get away from that and use an actual table every once in a while. But with this build, that ended up not happening. Spoiler alert, I end up putting in counters, and that's what they end up eating from. But I did make a cute little almost living room section right here. It's kind of a small space, so it's hard to really, make that. And I don't think I have ever used that fake fireplace before. I think this is the first time I've ever used it. I'd like to see, I may have to play around with some of the items we have and see if I can find something I can put in front of that. So, you know how sometimes you go to someone's home and when they have the fireplace covered, they'll have like a large painting or something there, some kind of decor. I may have to play around and see if I can find something with that. Here I am. I used the custom, or not custom concept, but the bar stools that were created in the free patch that we got. And I use that tile so much, the tile that I'm using for the kitchen there, but I just don't like any of the other tile. I just don't. I, we really need some more tiles in Sims 4. We really do because the tile swatches we have, they're not cutting it. But I think I'm about to create the little pet area right now. Like I said, I did design this for a 6 sim household. One of those Sims being a pet though. So I had to make sure there was a little area for the pet. I designed it in mind with a dog, but obviously you could do a cat too. Just however you want to play the game. That's the beauty of The Sims. You can play it however you want. um, Decorating the parents' bedroom and their bathroom now, kind of going through the different beds, trying to decide what I want and what looks good, what kind of fits the family. I don't really think I had a specific family story in mind when I built this. I think I just wanted to build, which I usually have a really good story, but I just didn't this time. Other than the pet. The pet definitely got me there. Let's see. It looks like I'm starting to head into the upstairs now. Now, the kids' room, and not the toddler's room, but the teenager and kids room, I really liked how that room came out. I think it came out super super cute with all the decorations and stuff. The You can kind of tell on the kids side they're kind of a bit of a artsy. It's kind of set up to be an artsy decoration. They have an art table. They have different pictures and stuff all over the wall. So that really works out for them. And then with the teenager side, you, it can be kind of hard to tell with teenagers sometimes. They're I don't want to say they're secretive, but they can be a little secretive sometimes. So very typical teenage style there. Let's see. Today, weather-wise, outside of The Sims, today weather-wise where we live, it was just perfect today. So I had to take my kids to the park and let them, burn off a ton of energy that they've been storing. So that's what we did today. We ran off to the park. Those book bags that I'm placing right now, those book bags are so expensive, and I did not realize just how expensive they were until I get to the end of this build and I start running low on cash because I do build these as starter homes. I want if you go into Create a Sim and you make a 6 sim household, you should be able to afford this lot. So I try to make it to where they're playable, at least starter homes like this. Um, but yeah, I start running low on money towards the end, so I have to try to figure out a few ways to make a few sacrifices. Right now I'm playing in the little loft. I guess that's not really a loft, but the little loft area, trying to figure out what I want to do. I don't like using the art easel in the bonsai tree because everybody always uses the art easel in the bonsai tree. So I like to try to go for different things when I can. So I ended up picking a piano and a yoga mat, and it's getting to where I use the yoga mat a little too much because it just blends in with different things. So I'm gonna have to kind of try to cut back on the yoga mat and see what else I can put into some of these builds. But yeah, and you could see the kids in teen room right there, and I just love how that one turned out. Putting right now, it looks like I'm just putting clutter in. I try to do this with all my builds. I do try to make them look a little lived in. I don't like them to look dirty, but I do like for them to look like people actually live there. Putting toothbrushes in the actual bathroom this time. Oh man, it's been a while since I've done that. I've been building micro homes and mini homes, and our poor bathrooms just haven't had they haven't had sinks because it's just not that big a priority to me. I'm down to 61 simoleons right now, and this is about the part where I realize I'm starting to run low on money. So I'm using a bunch of debug stuff right now, and that's where I sold the backpacks because I realized I forgot the trash can. But right now, I'm just going through finding debug stuff so I can have some sort of debug decoration so that outside of the house just doesn't look like completely empty. I end up putting that fence there and extending the driveway out a little bit and moving cars in. I know the cars are just a decoration item for right now, but maybe I can hope, okay? Deep, deep down inside, I can hope we're gonna get cars. Here we are on the screenshots, the dog food, the fake mantle and fireplace. I put pictures of animals on top of the dog bed. And I think this build came out really, really cute. I'm excited about it. My You know what? Now that I see it, that yoga mat, I use them way, way too much. The toddler's room, and there's some stuff for skill building. My kids' room, if you look in the bottom, there's a dust bunny. I had just got, but bust the dust when I made this, and I wasn't used to turning off the dust before I did my screenshots. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.